Fans rally around Chase Chrisley during dark times. Chrisley knows best fans are rallying around Chase Chrisley during dark times. It has not been easy over the last 2 years, and he has not been on his best behavior. Now he is seemingly reaching out in hopes of forgiveness and strength. Keep reading for more on what Chase is doing and how the fans are trying to be there for him. Chase Chrisley acknowledges his missteps. 2 years ago, Todd and Julie Chrisley headed to prison for a total of 19 years. He was to serve 12 in Pensacola, while she served 7 in Kentucky. This was not only a struggle for their marriage, but it took an extreme toll on their children. They left behind 2 minor kids, Grayson and Chloe, who were not under the guardianship of their daughter, Savannah Chrisley. She worked as a real estate agent and had her own, now-defunct beauty line. Chase Chrisley was also supposed to be there along with nanny Faye Chrisley to help make everything easier. Several months after they started their sentence, Chase and his then-fiancée, Emmy Metters, called off their engagement. Following that, Savannah's ex-fiance, Nick Curdiles, was killed in a motorcycle accident. The whole family loved him, and Chase looked at Nick like a brother. It was a lot to deal with, but he seemed to rebound well with a new lady, Jode Lane Fornrat. There were rumors they had broken up after moving in together, but she was by his hospital bed when he was there under curious circumstances. Shortly thereafter, Chase Chrisley was arrested for allegedly slapping the general manager of Twin Peaks Bar in Atlanta twice. He appeared to be extremely drunk, and some felt his hospitalization was due to his drinking. Now it looks like he is turning over a new leaf based on a post in his Instagram stories. Chase seems to be seeking repentance for all he has done and committing himself to being a better person, but how do his fans and followers feel about this? They are highly supportive. Fans send support to Chase. Now that Chase Chrisley has taken the time to acknowledge he needs to change, his fans and followers appear to be right there for him. They know he has done a lot of messed up things, but are willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't like this family, but don't kick someone when they're down. You would be really fast kicked up too if you had his parents and a control freak sister. At least he is trying. Edit. His dog died recently, and we all know how much that can hurt. Maybe his arrest was a reality check for him. Let's not kick him while he's down. Pray that he gets better and hopefully gets the help he needs. I have no idea of his sincerity, but addiction to anything is tough to break. Perhaps he needs a different type of therapy. Of course, not everyone was kind, but hopefully he will see the support and do whatever he can to heal. The storm had come crashing down hard for Chase Chrisley. One of the most beloved stars of the Chrisley knows best family had found himself embroiled in the swirling whirlwind of legal battles. His father, Todd Chrisley's sentencing, hanging like a dark cloud over the entire Chrisley clan. In the face of mounting adversity, Chase, known for his charisma, humor, and strong family ties, found himself leaning on his supporters more than ever. What could have been a moment of isolation instead sparked an outpouring of love and loyalty from his dedicated fan base. For years, Chase had been the playful, mischievous son, the one who often found himself in humorous situations alongside his sisters and parents. His role on Chrisley Knows Best allowed him to be seen as the fun-loving, charming son who could turn any awkward moment into comedy gold. But when his family's world was turned upside down, the cameras couldn't shield him from the harsh reality of what was happening. The sentence for Todd Chrisley and his wife, Julie, was a blow to the family, and Chase was feeling every bit of that weight on his shoulders. His father's conviction was a huge burden to carry, especially when the world was watching closely, analyzing every move he made. But through the storm, one thing became crystal clear. Chase had the unwavering support of his fans. Chase's supporters began rallying around him in ways that could only be described as nothing short of heartwarming. Across social media platforms, hashtags like hashtag #WestEndWithChase, hashtag ChristleyStrong, and hashtag TeamChase started trending. Fans from all walks of life posted encouraging messages, expressing their admiration for the way Chase had handled the emotional toll of the legal battles. They saw not only the public figure they adored, but the human being behind the fame, someone who, despite the chaos, remained determined to keep his head held high. One thing that became particularly clear was that Chase's vulnerability was his strength. He opened up about his feelings during interviews and on social media, offering a glimpse into his private world. In one emotional post, Chase thanked his followers for their love, stating, "I've never felt more grateful for the people who stand by me. This has been a tough time for my family, but knowing I have a community of people who truly care makes all the difference. I couldn't do this without you." For fans who had grown to admire him over the years, this moment of honesty only deepened their connection to him. It was clear that they didn't just love the personality on TV, they cared about the person behind the smile. Chase's willingness to share his vulnerability allowed his fans to relate to him on a personal level. They saw a young man facing hardship, and in that they found courage. His courage became their courage. As time went on, the flood of support continued to grow. It wasn't just words of encouragement. Fans were finding ways to show their loyalty in more tangible ways. Some sent gifts to the Chrisley family, while others organized fundraisers to help cover legal expenses. The community that had been built around Chrisley knows best wasn't just about entertainment, it was about connection. Fans weren't just there for Chase when things were good, they were showing up when things were bad. And in times of need, there's no stronger force than that kind of collective love. Chase's role as the son, brother, and confidant in his family had always been important, but now, as he stood by his father during the trial, he found himself in the position of strength, not just for his family, but for his fans as well. His relationship with his siblings and his mother became more poignant as they navigated the challenges together. Fans watched, rooting for the Chrisley family not just because they were celebrities, but because they were a family enduring an ordeal that was far too real. Perhaps the most touching moment in this journey was when Chase shared a heartfelt tribute to his father, Todd, on his social media. "No matter what happens, I'll always be proud to be your son. You've shown me how to be strong, to keep fighting even when the world feels like it's falling apart. I love you, Pops." The post was met with an outpouring of emotional responses. Fans, too, had come to see Todd as a father figure. They admired his ability to balance discipline with humor, and they shared Chase's pride and pain. As Chase navigated the dark times, there were moments of light. Through it all, his fans had not only rallied around him, but they had grown closer as a community. There was no room for judgment, only empathy and understanding. The support was overwhelming, but it wasn't just about boosting his spirits. It was about giving him the strength to keep going, to rise above the negativity, and to continue being the person everyone had come to admire. Chase's resilience became a symbol for many of his fans. In an era where social media often amplifies negativity, the outpouring of love was a refreshing reminder that at the end of the day, there's more kindness in the world than we sometimes realize. It was a reminder that, no matter the hardships faced, family, love, and loyalty could carry us through. And so, with each passing day, Chase stood tall, his fans by his side. They had seen him at his highest highs, and now they stood with him during his lowest lows. The love was constant, unwavering, and undying. While the road ahead might have been uncertain, one thing was clear: Chase Chrisley wasn't walking it alone.